In this session, we examine Chomsky's innateness hypothesis. The core question is, how do children acquire a complex grammar so quickly and uniformly? Drawing on Radford's account, we will see why many linguists propose an inborn language faculty as part of our biological endowment. Chomsky begins from two empirical facts about child language. First, uniformity implies that children across cultures pass through similar stages and reach comparable grammars. Second, rapidity implies that they do this within a few years, without systematic teaching, using input that is incomplete and often ungrammatical. Uniformity is visible in the shared path of development. Children move from babbling to one-word and two-word stages, then telegraphic speech, and finally mature grammar around age 5. This sequence holds even when the amount and quality of parental speech differ markedly. Rapidity highlights a paradox. By about 5, children can produce and understand an unlimited set of sentences, yet the input they receive is fragmentary, noisy, and rarely corrected for grammar. Despite this meagre evidence, they converge on a sophisticated core grammar in roughly 6 years. From uniformity and rapidity, Chomsky infers the innateness hypothesis. If experience is too thin and variable to explain children's success, then part of the outcome must already be present in the child. A biologically given, language-specific system must guide acquisition from this poor input. This system is called the language faculty. It is a biological component of the mind, present in all typically developing humans. It supplies universal grammar, shared categories, operations, and principles. Rather than dictating one language, it narrows the options children consider when learning. Radford models acquisition as an interaction between experience, the language faculty, and the resulting grammar. The child hears utterances in a particular language. Universal grammar interprets this input and provides an algorithm. The output is a mental grammar that goes far beyond the data heard. The key evidence is the poverty of the stimulus argument. Children's linguistic experience is degenerate, full of false starts and errors, yet they still build an adult-like grammar. Chomsky compares this to seeing a triangle in a sketch. Our minds impose structure that is not fully given by the data. A concrete example of an innate principle is structure dependence. Children never adopt simple word counting rules such as move the second word. Instead, they respect hierarchical structure. In questions, they move the correct auxiliary linked to the subject. All grammatical operations behave this way. Universal grammar does not fix every detail. It leaves open parameters that must be set from experience. Examples include whether a language is head first or head last, whether it allows null subjects, and whether we-h phrases move. Children use input to choose between these limited options. Child speech provides evidence that parameter setting is swift and accurate. By around 20 months, Jem already places verbs and prepositions before their complements in every phrase, matching English head-first order. This pattern emerges without errors, consistent with a binary parameter being set. Radford distinguishes two learning tasks. Structural learning involves fixing parameter values, such as head direction, on the basis of experience. Lexical learning is building the vocabulary, acquiring individual words and their specific properties. Universal principles themselves do not need to be learned. The principles and parameters theory integrates our findings. Uniformity and rapidity, plus degenerate input, motivate a language faculty with innate principles. These principles constrain learning, while parameters and the lexicon are set from experience. Together they yield each child's grammar. To conclude, the innateness approach proposes a division of labour. Nature supplies a blueprint in the form of universal grammar. Experience selects parameter values and fills the lexicon. Understanding this interaction is central to contemporary theories of how children master language so effectively.